Well, I've got to begin by clearing some things up in the last episode. You know, I get marked up for practice qualifying. The race is part of, Liberty's new plan, and to really get you fans involved in the experience. And here at the moment, so a couple of things, we record, of course, in the race and then just after the race as well. And said some things about my teammates that I shouldn't have. Apologise for that, but in the moment, you say things like that. So that was the last race. We're now in Spa, in Belgium. Had a great 2 weeks on the beach. I miss the beach. Let's see what we can do here. Where I don't know where we're gonna be. Points, maybe, probably. Agree with that, Seal. Oh, he's talking to Daniel. Yeah, I'm gonna beat the Hulk. That's what I'm gonna do. So we tried to get out before the wet weather fell. Get to know this Spa circuit in the dry, but as you can see, the rain has fallen. Well, it's not too bad.
Is unavailable. Rich mix unavailable. Are you all right? Engine off. Engine off.
These are really going to help these rumours, isn't it? So an unusual order at the end of practice. One with Grosjean, Ocon, Hamilton, myself, Vettel, Raikkonen, Bottas, Verstappen, Ricciardo and Nico round out the top 10. Then you got the Toro Rossos, Williams, Magnussen, Perez, McLaren and Saubers outside of it. So let's see what we can do in a bit more balanced practice 2. Thankfully it's dry again in practice 2. As you saw at the end of first practice, tried again to get to know this circuit, but it didn't work. So
is unavailable. Rich mix unavailable.
So we're going to try a tyre wear test. Let's see how these tyres handle this very long circuit. Oh, it looks like we're just good. Oh, we can go better. So now it's fuel savings turn. Let's see if we've got some good efficiency round here. Oh, looking very good. Now let's see if those ingredients of tyre wear, fuel saving add up to good race pace with the programme. Sure it will. And a perfect third lap. That's optimal. And you can see teams trying a variety of things after first practice mostly washed out, as Raikkonen is at the top ahead of Hamilton, Verstappen, Grosjean in the Haas, not just quick in the wet, in Bottas, Vettel, Ricciardo, Perez, Magnussen and Sainz, as we're just outside of the top 10 along with Nico, Massa, Ocon, Verline, Ericsson, Kvyat, the McLarens and Stroll. Has Nico and I tried similar programs in that practice, and it looks like we've got good results at least for the race. Let's find out if we've got good results for qualifying in final practice. So let's begin final practice on Saturday with qualifying run. Oh, just about doing it.
Practice program over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
So the team weren't happy with the data. Let's try this again.
Okay, then that's the end of the program and plenty of useful data. Return to base when you can so we can go over it.
I was going to say, if the team weren't happy with that, no one would be. So in the end, Vettel was top just ahead of myself. Just 3/10 down, but he was on the super soft while we had a qualifying one, as you saw on the ultras. Hamilton third, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Ricciardo, Bottas, Grosjean, Nico 9th, and Perez round out the top 10. Then you have Ocon, Kvyat, Magnussen, the Williams, McLaren, Saubers, and Sainz. So again, similar strategy with Hulkenberg, with Nico in final practice, similar program, and we smashed it while you didn't. And let's see if we can do that in qualifying as well. And the team wants us to develop the rear floor under tray health rate redistribution. Only take a week. Oh, fantastic.
Hello. I just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
Can't even be bothered to come here as well. Has you got the qualifying trial for high and beat Ocon's face? Heck for Ocon. Don't know why face keeps coming into it. And after the summer break, we've got an internal combustion. All the components are virtually new apart from the control electronics. So we're going out early in this session. Let's see what we can do. For our first qualifying effort. Hopefully the only time we have to go out as well. So set it up for a good run down the front stretch towards La Source. We're going to get it down to third gear. Miss the apex slightly. Looks like we got in the power pretty decently. But I don't think we're close enough to the car in front to get a toe down Camel straight, even though I'm going a bit slowly, and it's like. Let's go for El Rouge and Radion. Fearsome corners. Now the Camel straight. DRS over 200 miles per hour. The car might hold us up in the middle sector. Should be get it down to fifth, but miss the apex again slightly. And virtually flat out down the hill towards Rivage, locking up the right front badly, gone wide. Now into Liege. Again taken slowly and poorly. Now Pouon. Slight lift on the way in. And flat out. Into Fangio. Get down to fifth gear. Use the curbs if you dare.
You'll need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
And wide again in Stabilo. This is not a good lap. But time-wise it is. Just as you've seen everywhere, going a bit wide. But if we keep this up, we won't have to go out again in qualifying one. So I'll flat out through bunch when you're just setting up for the final chicane. So get very wide. Go a bit wide through the second part. Get our DRS on and
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
48.4. Decent, but I think we can do better. But all that matters in qualifying is if other drivers can do better, and they didn't, as we end up in ninth, just ahead of Perez and behind Massa. Then you got Verstappen, Ocon, Force India. Of course, going to be good round here. The Mercedes, Ferraris, and the other Red Bull Ricardo. And below us, just making it for our Stroll, Sainz, the Hasses, and Nico. Just ahead of Kvyat and the McLarens and Saubers. So let's see if we can carry on this pace into qualifying 2. Through Malbindi. So I didn't go to plan with our first run here in qualifying 2, but there are plenty of time left on the table. Track is relatively clear, but it's still good. Let's see what we can do with a new set of boots. Oh, now through Pouon. Clip the curb on the inside. And that curb at Pouon cost us a chance to get into qualifying 3 with the Mercedes, Ferraris, Red Bulls, Force India, Perez, Grosjean, Nico, and Massa. There's Sainz, Stroll, Magnussen, Ocon, and there's myself. Now out in qualifying 2. We should have been in qualifying 3, but for whatever was wrong with that curb. I have no idea. I'm going to speak to Charlie about that, and hopefully it's fixed for the race. Ocon, you were lucky this weekend. We were faster. Even though our fastest lap wasn't as fast as his, we would have been faster in qualifying 2 if it wasn't for that curb. I get it, my team's disappointed with me. They can't even get any lower, can they?
Hi, guess who? I've seen the team's expectations for the race, so I thought I'd pass them on and wish you luck. Take care.
I should just block our number, shouldn't I? Let's got to finish in 14th high and beat Ocon. I don't know anymore. Random cars are going to just fly me into the air now.
Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box to take you through all the action today. Now, it's a closely matched field here in Spa, Ant. So where do you think we're going to see somebody make a difference?
If they're as close as we're expecting them to be, especially through the midfield, then being able to keep the front tyres in good condition could make the difference. You always lose a chunk of downforce at the front when you're in the turbulent air of another car, which tends to cause understeer, which in turn causes front tyre degradation. Now, too much damage there could force an early pit stop and put you at a slight disadvantage, so the drivers will want to be careful not to be too aggressive early on in the Grand Prix.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Raikkonen, who'll start P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Perez, Grosjean, Hülkenberg and Felipe Massa, Sainz, Stroll, Kevin Magnussen and Ocon, Renault, Kvyat, Fernando Alonso and Pascal Wehrlein. Van Dorn and Marcus Ericsson rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we are on the grid preparing for the lights to go out, revving up the engine. We're underway in Spa. We'll see the McLaren trying to down my inside, but we've got the inside heading towards the source. Looking up both fronts, but Nico had a poor start, it looks like. But we've made up a position on Stroll.
Stay out of lead mix in order to reduce the load.
Mixes. Jeff, this isn't the time to talk about the mix, as we've got to live slightly through Radion, as we had a superb run in Sainz. Now going down the Kemmel straight around the outside of the Toro Rosso. We're getting some good slipstream off Massa, who's on the Ultra Source. A bit cautious into the Coombe, so we look down his inside, but he holds it. Now Sainz trying to make another move back at us. We hold him off, up into 12. Nice having a good first lap for once. To look to the outside of Massa. Got Nico right in front as well. But now in the middle sector, this is where we lose time. We've gone slightly wide in Pouhon, thanks to the dirty air from Massa in front. Didn't lift enough. We're on soft tyres, we're going a long way in this race. Along with Sainz behind, so it's good that we're ahead of him. Massa's in a different race, but in his first and last sector, if we can keep in his slipstream, not lose too much time in the middle sector, we'll be looking good this race. For some points, finally again. To go into the final chicane. Close enough to make a move. Right in the slipstream. Let's see what we can do out of El Rouge and Radion then. Try and set this up in the source. Get down the inside. Oh, Nico.
You've knocked the front wing. The damage only looks minor, but you'll need to take it easy to avoid making the problem worse.
It's got a slipstream of Nico. Go down. Again, we'll straight with. Sparking at us after hitting him. He's not going to do anything, he's on the ultra softs. We're on the softs, but we've got a superb run. The slipstream. We'll take 10th while the Hasses are battling. Grosjean and Magnussen. Go slightly wide. Downhill. Oh, that right front did not like that.
Okay, we have an issue with the control electronics box. That's going to do additional damage to all other power unit components.
Wonderful news, Jeff. Just what I wanted to hear. We've gone very wide in Pouhon. Lost our place to Nico. We can definitely put that front wing damage in this middle sector, because we don't have much ring to begin with. Nico holding it flat.
It's causing your gearbox to take increased wear.
Not pushing that hard, Jeff. Calm down. Well, he sees like a red spike and he just goes mental on the screen. We're going to the final couple of corners. Good run.
DRS is now enabled and will be available to use when you are within 1 second of the car ahead in the DRS zone.
Not close enough to Nico, unfortunately. We might have to switch on to his strategy if this damage gets too bad with the front ring. But it's okay so far. We've got a good gap behind Tommaso, who's not very quick in the Williams. Oh, we do get DRS. Get some slipstream of Nico. Not close enough to make a move. He's not close enough to make a move on the house.
We're looking at some gearbox wear. Try to keep your number of shifts to a minimum.
See Jeff asking us to be in high gears. Does he want us to do well this race? Especially with the ring damage, you can't afford to be in high gears. As we finally take the on very cautiously, too cautiously. Okay, we've got a big gap. It's Nico and the house in front. But we've got a big train in front as well, and it's like the top guys are trying to get away. Out through curve pull through. Nico's got the slipstream on the house. We've got a good gap behind to sides though. It looks like Raikkonen has pitted. So we're into the point. We're right in the tail of Nico as well. Out of the source. He got slowed down by the Haas there, it looks like. Now for El Rouge and Radion. Look at this slipstream. Perfect. Let's go to the outside. And the house has given us the outside lane as well. Double slipstream. And oh, we've been punted by the house. We hold on just. Looks like it's getting dicey in front as well. The other house. Again locking up that right front. Down the hill. You see us again. Keeps hitting us. What's wrong with that driver? Oh, of course it's Grosjean. Of course he's mental out in Spa.
Nico has come into the pits. Nico is in the pits now.
They're hitting very early. Of course they're on the ultra soft, aren't they? So is Grosjean. So we won't have anyone behind us who can focus on front. Try and catch up to Magnussen. And Cote. This ring damage doesn't be too bad at all. And it's like another car's pitting. So we're into the top 5. We're gaining on a Red Bull and Magnussen in front. It's going very well this first stint. Looks like the Red Bull's pitting. Magnussen's got a bit of a gap in front of us. We're coming under attack from the Mercedes, but they're a different race, probably. They expect to be fighting the likes of us this race. We do have good straight line speed. Good cornering ability. So here comes, it's that Hamilton behind us. Better not defend too hard or else the British press will come after us. Going to the right. Decent middle sector. Keeping speed with Magnussen in front. Despite our ring damage and our harder tyres. Here he comes into the chicane. Not close enough. Even though we did lock up the left front massively. This will set another fastest out for us. This first stint going very well. He's got the other Mercedes in front. Magnussen leads. We're in a Mercedes sandwich. Bottas makes his only stop of the race, once again going slightly wide. So Magnussen finally pitting, no super softs. So he's gone on to soft tyres as well. So we're up to second with our alternate strategy. Now we've got a Ferrari on us. That must be Vettel then, because Raikkonen pitted early. So Hamilton's really dropping back then. What's happened to him? He's two stopping. He's on the same strategy as us then, even though we're one stopping. He's looking miserable for this race, Hamilton. But not quite close enough into the final chicane. Well, Bottas sails away from us.
You'll be on the super softs.
Thanks for reminding us, Jeff, as we're halfway through this race. And we're sitting in second. This is more like it. After recent races. Vettel was closer behind us, but again, like Hamilton, not making any moves as we run wide again in curve pull there. This is his best shot. So he might pit at the end of this lap actually. He's got company as well. Or is it too early for the super sauce? Maybe have to wait till the next lap. Let's give it one more lap. Holding up this pair.
The pit window has opened.
And yeah, we do pit at the end of this lap. Seems like Vettel's lost his power. Is that Hamilton that's pitted? Might be trying to undercut us. Oh, Vettel's got a very good run on us. In towards the Coombe. Going to hold the middle of the road. Where's the Ferrari going? To the outside. And sticks it in. Oh, nice from Vettel. But we hold off the Ferrari. And maintain second. But we're going to get into our fight with Vettel. Next couple of laps, so we're definitely going to pit this lap. We don't want to be fighting, that would just cost us time. Got it down to the mix for the pit lane. Thankfully not diving it down our inside, as is also the other fag goal. So here we go, our only pit stop. Looks like Sainz is also pitting. Lose out of position 2.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Toro Rosso, but we're out in front of Nico in 11th. I'll take that. The strategy's working out pretty well. So now we've got a ring up to full strength. Fresh super sauce for the rest of the race. Let's see what we can do and catch up to this Toro Rosso. So Nico pitting. I think a few other cars are as well. There is Sainz in front of us. We really have lost out with that wing change. We're way ahead of the Toro Rossos before our pits. Now we're behind. Oh, Danny Boy's out of the race. That is a point then. There he is to the right hand side. So now we're back in the Toro Rosso for a few points as Bottas is out as well. What is going on? The leader, Bottas. Repit again and collide with Ricciardo or something. And there is Bottas to the left hand side, so up to 9th. Very good race for us. Toro Rosso as well. Our DRS. Quite close enough to make a move, but we've got a good run. Out of El Rouge and Radion coming up. Can we make the move into El Rouge?
You've been awarded a time penalty for that
Go
last
around the
incident.
outside of Sainz. I don't know what Charlie gave us a time penalty for. Is it illegal to go around the outside of someone now? So we're up to 7th. So don't accidentally lock the rears there.
Lost one of the gears. The transmission is significantly damaged. We're down a gear.
Great news, Jeff. You always bring such joy over the radio. These is the bottom 3 gears, which you don't use a lot around this circuit. Only really in the first sector, and that downhill corner. Getting a bit out of shape heading towards Blanchimont. Losing our gap to Kvyat as well. Oh, we lost 3rd. Not what we need. So now we're up to 6th. We didn't even make a move. Did someone else pit? Got Kvyat in front, chasing the top 5 now. Oh, the car is getting very out of shape. Radion getting oversteered in the middle of that car. You never want that. We have to keep it in. 4th is going to be our lowest gear now. So we might be slow out with the slow corners, but everywhere else you should be fine. Or maybe not use 4th, that was a terrible idea. So here comes Sainz. Just stay ahead of him. There's Hamilton in front of us. The Ultra Softs. Going for the final time, down in 5th now. There we go. No oversteer this time. We just steered too much on the previous lap.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Doing well on the fuel side as well. Look at Hamilton disposed of Danny easily. So now close enough to the Toro Rosso to get DRS. So Hamilton battling in front. So brake it ourselves into the source. Here we go. Let's try and get a run through El Rouge and Radion. Up this Camel straight. That's not too bad. Definitely got a run. Now we've got DRS. Can we make it into the top 5? He's not really defending. He's giving us the inside line. Can we make it easily down the inside? He's got no fight. Oh, that's a Haas in front. So our friend Kevin from earlier. Thanks, Jeff, finally cheerful for once. And look at that, we've even got our 3rd gear back for the last few laps. So let's chase down 4th then. So he's one stop the other way, super sauce onto sauce, so we've gone sauce on the super sauce, so it should be much faster. Do we dare make a move before the chicane or into the chicane? Got too good a run here, or do we wait? So dive down the inside. Give him the room. So we've got the DRS, but he's got the traction out the corner and then towards the source. Dive down the inside, give him room on the exit. But I think we've made it through into 4th. I love this race. So here we go towards the finish. What's the gap behind? Well, I think the top 3 have finished. Got Hamilton in 3rd. No doubt the Ferraris are right up there. We go through the final couple of chicanes. As we blast it towards the line. Where do we finish?
Can't complain about that one. That was an excellent drive.
So it's a Ferrari 1-2 ahead of Hamilton and Kvyat in 4th, Magnussen in 5th, and we're down in 6th. Thanks to that penalty, which I don't know why Charlie gave it to us. Just gives us penalties for the sake of it. I don't know what I've done to him. I didn't punt his dog the other week. That was Sainz. As we got Kvyat in 7th. Actually, it was Kvyat. I get confused between the Toro Rosso guys. Then Perez in 9th and Stroll getting the final point. With Grosjean just outside of the points. Then Nico, disappointing race from him in 12th. Then Massa, the Saubers, McLarens and retirements. Bottas, Ricciardo and Ocon. So Jeff, it was not a bad race at all. So in the standings, Vettel leads by 59 points ahead of Hamilton. He's just 5 points ahead of Raikkonen and a single point ahead of his fellow Finn Bottas. Then you've got the Red Bulls, Massa, Perez, Grosjean and Kvyat. And we're 11 points with the Russian and 2 points ahead of Sainz, 3 ahead of Ocon, 6 ahead of Stroll. Then you've got Magnussen ahead of Nico now, who's down to 16th. Just ahead of Alonso with Van Dorn, Vernon and Ericsson yet to score. And in constructors standings, Ferrari lead by 6 points ahead of Mercedes and Red Bull. Williams, Force India, Haas, Toro Rosso. We're still in 8th, but we're ahead of McLaren with just Sauber yet to score.
If you carried on as you were and you didn't start putting in the kind of performances the team expected, you were going to lose your drive. Well, it's happened. As of today, you are no longer an employee of this organization. Lucky for you, one of us is competent. I found you an option elsewhere, and I suggest you take it if you want any hope of salvaging this so-called career of yours. Now hurry up and make